I love ya. I am live. I am. I love ya. Greetings, greetings. I see Mahogany is up there. Greetings, everyone. Yes, we are back on the power of you. Yes, thank you very much for joining me today as we honor our mother Yemonja. This is a very powerful time for us. This is the Yemonja cycle for those of you who are in the Ore IISK and the friends of the family. You know that this is the month of Yemonja. This coming Sunday, we're having her festival. It's going to be amazing. We're honoring the elders. We're honoring marriages, all of the things that Yemonja govern. And so last week we spoke about the importance of us remembering that in everything that we do, spirit is first. And this is a good time for us to connect to any unresolved issues that we have with ourselves and our feminine energy that we call perhaps mother, auntie, friend, lover. So as we begin today, the power of you are walking into your destiny. This segment, we want to talk about my workbook. Is going to be the workbook is here, the workbook of the living shrine. So we are going to then remind us that don't let the enemy of your soul stop you from seeing and receiving God's grace. Don't let the enemy of your soul stop you from receiving and recognizing the power of grace. Yes. So in this today, we are being reminded in this new upcoming full moon that all of the things that we thought we had asked and it didn't show up. It's because God forgot us or we did not think that we deserve it. This is your time to know that we are stepping into this great, great energy. 7-11 is coming up. We talked about 7 and 7 before. 7-11, July the 11th is a very powerful, powerful, powerful day. It's a time when communication is key. Communication with yourself is key. Communication with the things that you know that you came on earth to do, they are key. They are key. They are on point. And so we're going to talk right now about my book. I'm going to do, actually, someone suggested this, that I do my Power of You with the book. So if you already have your workbook, you're going to turn to chapter 14 in the workbook. And it says, this chapter covers chapter 20 and 21 in the Living Shrine. The complexities and emotional weight of making pivotal life choices, particularly in relationship, is delved into. So if you're in a relationship right now, be it with your mother, your sister, your wife, your partner, this time of the year of Yemonja is about relationships. It's about how you show up as a human being. How do you show up as a daughter, as a son? How do you show up as a person that someone else is depending for you to be in communion with? It's delved in it. It combines reflections on the cultural and spiritual significance of roles such as wife and concubine, with the broader theme of navigating important decisions that shape personal destiny. The chapter explores how social norms, personal desires, and spiritual guidance intersect in these decisions, often leading to inner conflict or external judgment. So if you're in a place right now where you're judging yourself as well as others are judging you, you're feeling in that moment that you have to act. You have to react or act on it. And remember, we're saying, don't let the enemy of your soul stop you from seeing and receiving God's grace. The enemy of your soul are the things that you tell yourself, and then by telling them, whether consciously, subconsciously, or verbally, they have an energy and they are created. We know that. We've talked about this before. So this is not the time, this month, this series, this section of your life where the full moon is coming up with Yemonja cycle, powerful. So this chapter explores how social norms, the things that you believe in, the things that you were raised in, the things that are told to you of you in any of your expressions and groups or community, your personal desires and the spiritual guidance intersect in your decision. So you can decide, this is what I want, and the reading says no, or vice versa. You can say, I don't want to do this, and the reading says yes, or the spiritual consultation, or you have a dream and it tells you this, and you see the specific, and you don't want to see that. No, I don't want to see that. So the decision is, do you act on it, or do you act on a place from clarity or from fear? Very, very important right now. I was just looking at something about the importance of cleansing our liver, because the liver is where the anger and the fear is held, and it does not work normally to do the things that it's supposed to be. It's like the strainer of the foods that we eat, and so it will get stuck in there. And you could do exercise, you could try to do cleanse and all of that, but you still cannot lose the weight. You still, because it's in that, in survival mode. The liver says, and the kidney says, we got to hold on to this because it's important to them. So this is a time to release those. In the decisions that we make, we have inner conflict or external judgment. And so by examining these dynamics in this workbook, you are encouraged to approach major decisions with introspection, clarity, and alignment with your values and spiritual path. What you know for sure that your spirit and your Ori and your head tells you, go with that. The chapter emphasizes the importance of self-worth and understanding your purpose in life. Yes. Yes, self-worth is the biggest issue during the Yemonja. It's to know that you are made divine. Yemonja is the energy that governs insecurity and self-worth. There's a ritual that you can do to enhance that. You take the water from your Yemonja, the water from your Oshun, and you wash your head. Or you can take river water and seawater and combine them and wash your head for self-confidence and clarity, and to align you to introspections to recognize, I am the best thing that ever happened for me and to me and through me. So this chapter emphasizes the importance of self-worth and understanding your purpose in life. And in the chapter, offering tools to make choices that honor both you and the collective well-being. Yes. And so there's a ritual to it to help you to come to that place. Come to the place of recognizing that your self-worth, your value is more important than anybody else is telling you. Somebody's acting up. You acting up on yourself. Fill a bowl of water and light a blue candle to symbolize releasing pain and suffering. So you get a bowl of water and you light a blue candle to symbolize releasing pain and suffering. You'll need a piece of paper and a pen. Write down a major decision you are facing at this point right now. Ask for guidance from your ancestors, Ori. Meditate for 10 or 20 minutes, after which you will write down any insights or messages you receive. You will receive insight and messages, because bringing water and fire together, you are actually putting activity. You're making activity. You're making action. You're giving birth. And so there's no birth without pain. There's no transformation without inconvenience. So when you pray for that, it will manifest itself. So in this chapter, What I actually was speaking of is chapter 20 and 21. It covers how is it that we navigate in decision making by social norms, the thing that we're expected, the things that we're experienced, and we think that that is our divine self. As a child, I played house like most little girls did. When I played, though, it was always just me and my children. The husband was an afterthought, mostly because a husband and wife who lived together wasn't part of my reality as a child. My biological father never came around. My stepfather did not stay with us all the time. So my idea of family consisted of a mother and children. I have always had an innocence, a love for life, and a childlike spirit. So I always thought of my children and me having fun together. A man was never the focus. I never wrote my name with other names such as Mr. and Mrs. So and so, like a lot of other girls did. I didn't have a sense of romance and living together until death do us part. This might have been another reason why polygamy eventually made sense to me. Socially, I didn't have that around in my reality. So for me, it wasn't important. All I collected to is how my mother made me feel as her daughter. I was loved. My sister loved me, my brother, my aunties, my uncles, my friends, my godfather. That's what I felt was home. And so for me, that was important. Perhaps I understood polygamy having studied in it much of the literature I read about African culture. The Oba, who was my husband at the time, followed the cultural system of the village based on some of the sociology of ancient Oyo and ancient Yoruba kingdom. One of these decrees was that a woman always had to have someone as a protector, as a provider, and to represent her. Because of this, I could not be a single woman living in Oyotunji. I had to be married and under the protection of a man and family. And so in this chapter, I go into great detail. For me, it felt like I was being asked to become who I was to become because of a man, that I had no identity. And for me, it was not necessary, it was not important. And so if you, whatever you are going through at this time, this workbook can help you, give you the ideas. The book in collaboration will show you exactly the things that I went through in coming to decisions, in making decisions that brought me where I am today. So that was chapter 20, chapter 20. And so chapter 21, and that was chapter 21, sorry. And in chapter 20, which is both this chapter in the book, chapter 14, combines it. It talks, I speak here about important decisions. The decisions that led me to come and live and to help and to balance and create this African village were all unexpected and at times the direct opposite of what I had planned for myself. I had planned to go to Africa, which was a dream of mine for a long time. And I didn't make it, but I went into Little Africa. It made sense. It made sense. So I found a place that could feed my soul and could give me that connection to the social norms of a woman being independent, though she's married, if she's in a polygamous household, she still runs her own home. For me, that was normal because my mother ran her own home. For me, it was normal. And so for that, perhaps that was why and how I was able to live and marry and live for 14 years in that decision making. However, some of the dynamics and some of the things that put me in a place where I allowed the enemy of my soul, which was to be felt, you should feel always loved and wanted and desired, not physically, I'm saying only, but emotionally, to have a partner that you are there being supported, I was looking at some television thing, and I saw how wonderful it was that when you had your child, the father was there and just encouraging you and bringing forth that. In the West, that is something that we attach to, that you are there with your mate and y'all are in this wonderful experience, bringing forth this child, and you hold together as a new level of commitment to each other. It's a beautiful experience. Now, culturally in Africa, you are amongst a whole bunch of women. Men are not there. Women are the ones that help you, and this is your support that's going to help you guide the children and bring them up. So it depends on where it is that you are, that you feel comfortable with. This is your new reality. And so for me, it puts you in a place where I was thinking back, wow, I never had that. I never felt that. I never knew that my partner felt any emotion towards having this child. It was just like, okay, you're pregnant. This is my seed. And so in my book, it goes into great detail under what circumstances I married into polygamy. And it goes into how it ended and all of that. It has a lot to do with cultural differences, expectations, and just young people trying to put something together based on reading what Africa was about. Because before that, during that time that we established Oyetunji, we had none of us had ever been to Africa. So we created it from reading literature and knowing, and our ancestors walking through us and guiding us and telling us, this is what you need to do. If you've never seen it in a book, this is what it is, because we had divination. We had the ability to ask spirit. So we were just creating something based on a connection to spirit. So don't let the enemy of your soul, of your spirit, stop you from receiving God's grace. Because in raising children and raising my children in the midst of trying to establish a culture, being given responsibility as a queen, missing the important little things of the nuances of seeing your child in their special moments because you were so busy being queen or being priestess. We got to be sure that we're making decisions that are not going to walk away from God's grace. And so in wanting to do the right thing and wanting to do what we felt was well, we initiated our children and with the hope that, of course, that every parent does that. Is the things that I know that I work for me, I want to share it with you. And our children turned out well, but the navigation of it is that they were given the tools so that they did not let any enemy stop their soul from finding God's grace. And so today we want to cover and talk a little more about God does not work in haste. I was listening to, y'all know I said Maya Angelou is my godmother. I was listening to her message today, and these are some things that I wanted to share with you, that whatever it is that you're going through right now, in this 7/11 coming up full moon, or whenever you read this, listen to this, it could be 3 years later, 5 years later, it could be next week. Know that the moon, Yemoja, her influence during this time, or any time that you're going through emotional challenges, it's because your spirit is asking you for attention. It's your spirit is saying, stop, feel it, name it, but don't let the enemy of your soul, which is anger, rage, distraction, avoidance, stop you from seeing and receiving the beauty that God is sending to you. So my godmother, Maya Angelou, said, God does not work in haste. There are rewards coming to you right now, this day. You are blessed not because of your patience, but for your endurance. You have been through all types of things, my friends. And the blessing is coming. I've pasted that on social media, that you are going to receive blessings from prayers that you offered and you asked for, and you don't even remember that you asked for them. This is the time to just open up. Know that it is I feel it in my bones. I see it. And it's so important for us to connect to the fact that this is a number 9 year. It's a year for us to look at what is it that we need to look at before we begin next year, which is a number 1, which will last us 10 years. Whatever you put in place next year will last you 10 years to realize its fullness. Yes. Look at where you were 9 years ago, and you're going to see that everything that you have been experiencing this year is because things that are coming back from 9 years ago asking you, so what do you want to do about it? You're going to do it again like that? Or you're going to change? Are you bold enough? And it's all up in your face because it's getting ready for us like a loving mother that what is yet to come. What is yet to come is the blessings and the rewards of what you're going through now. So be focused. You're being blessed not because of your patience, but for your endurance. You are 2 feet walking on trembling feet. You are 2 feet walking on tired feet, sorry. So you have been walking and doing your work. Don't let anything rob you of where you want to be or where you know you desire, you deserve to be. Yes. There is a blessing matching the size of your wounds. When she said that, I was like, what? There is a blessing matching the size of your wound. So whatever it is that you're going on and going through and going around, Yemonja is bringing it to the surface. That's why we asked for you to get the celebration for Yemonja was to get water and get shells and meditate every day for 21 days in front of Yemonja, focusing on the things that you want to rebalance in your life. Seeing yourself in your mother's womb, seeing yourself in your mother's arms, and then seeing you as your mother, as your mother's child, and then seeing your mother as your child. Doing that is allowing you to go through, because this month, trust me, I guarantee every one of us have been hit by something that has to do with family. That's what we go through every year, every cycle. And this is the first full moon of Yemonja on the 11th day. Baby, this is an opening channel for you to connect to whatever it is that's going on with you, to ask yourself those questions. What is it that this is coming for me? What is it that is coming for me? Why is this happening for me? Not to me. What is the healing that is required for me to acknowledge that I am not wounded and that I am safe? Self-inquiry will put you in a place in meditation that all of your answers will come. Ask yourself, why did I dream that last night? Or what did that dream mean? Or the feelings that I feel right now, is it really real for me? Or is it a figment of my imagination? And it will come through you. And if it's a figment of your imagination, then you can change it and you can imagine behind it and pass it and grow it. So your blessings, there is a blessing that's matching the size of your womb, no matter how big it is. My blessing in this chapter, the wound in this chapter, is that I had to get married within 21 days. Or if not, I had to take me and my young baby and leave. And I never thought the consequences of that until later on. And then Obatala says, everything that I have allowed to happen to you happened for you so that you would learn so well this culture, know so well who you are and what you came on earth to deliver. Baby, You have cried in silence, but your rewards will be seen. How many times have I cried in silence? How many times have you cried in silence? And this time here, I guarantee you, with this Yemonja energy, your rewards will be seen. What you have worked towards and thought that God forgot you and that you didn't see it, and it's something that is going to block it, baby. It's coming like the wave. It's just coming by like the wave. So your cries in silence, but your rewards will be seen. You have served in silence, but your rewards will be loud. Grab that, my friends. You've served in silence, but your rewards will be loud. So get ready for all the goodness to come on you on this energy of Yemonja, on this energy of the Divine Mother, just finding ways and spaces to just throw you down and give it to you. It's like she's tickling you, so you just have to laugh. So don't let the enemy of your soul stop you from seeing and receiving God's grace. Because to receive it is one thing, but to see what it is so important. To understand, why is this happening to me? And the rewards, you deserve it. You deserve it. Give yourself the opportunity to say, I deserve this because I have cried in silence. I have served in silence. And there's a blessing that is matching my wounds. Baby, open your arms and set yourself up for Yemonja. So in this book, we go step by step. I go step by step. And how we are able to do and to make connections to the greatness that we are, for the power of you, the power that you have within you. So as we always do before we close out, I want to do a little meditation with you to call on the energy of Yemonja. And I'm going to put my crystal in my hand here and my water. And we are going to take 3 cleansing breaths as we honor the mother, the divine mother of Yemonja. And this music is available on my website. You can download it on Spotify, and all of that is on there, I think. And so, about the things that are bombarding your mind, I want you to take 3 nice breaths. Forget about all of those challenges in your life, health challenges, relationships, and just nurture yourself. This is a time to forget all about the things that are bombarding your mind. Focus your attention and become super aware of your breathing, of breathing in and out. Let everything else go. Just breathe deeply and fully. Breathing out, breathing in, breathing in, and breathing out. You will, in this meditation today, I want you to visualize yourself flooding through your body, walking to the Divine Mother, mind, soothing your emotions, and she's dressed in blue. Feel deeper how with your crystals is thanking you, and her crown and her jewels. This is a meditation to Yemonja, the mother, the source, the reverence for feminine. Visualize yourself crawling up on her lap. Water, maternity power. Yemonja is the eternal, compassionate mother who we can return visualize to. The things that she's going to tell you in your ear. And surround herself. And then you will feel loving, compassionate, nurturing nature. When she's giving you that love. The chant, Wolo Wolo Soon, is the sound of the moving spring. And Yemonja said, don't let anything Yemonja. Upset you. The sound of the moving spring possesses the duck. Imagine that. Imagine that. Anything that comes to upset and to disregard you, let it roll off of your life. ducks like water off of a duck.
And allow Yemonja
Don't bring any pain or crying to her. Right now, she's just here now to give you rewards.
Breathe in. Breathe out. Nice and slow. Breathing in. Breathing nice and slow out.
Feel her energy when you touch her skirt, when you touch on her lap.
Breathing out nice and slow. In. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out.
Every breath you take is a connection to her. It's bringing her tide of the water into you.
I'm going to allow you to breathe on your own as you visualize the blue light that surrounds you, the energy of the Divine Mother healing you from tension, from stress, from worry. Breathe. Just breathe.
Oh, yeah, Lord, Saramafu. She is Jobo Yamio. Ilera Fuma. Owo Fuma. Ire Aye. Ire Omo. Ire Oko. Ire Aje. I want you to give yourself permission to slowly come back to this place where you are. Hug her, squeeze her, feel that energy and take that energy throughout this month. And you're feeling challenged emotionally. Yemonja is within you, and you have access to her with a glass of water, a blue candle, and setting your intentions. She's within you. She lives within you. She governs the breasts, both male and female breasts, the birth canal, the salty waters of our body.
Wolo wolo sungoni kwekweye ashe. Wolo wolo sungoni yemanja. Wolo wolo sungoni kwekweye.
Ashe Yawo.
Wolo wolo sungoni yemanja. Wolo wolo sungoni.
Give yourself permission now to say farewell to her energy, but take her light with you for the rest of the day, for the rest of the week. Take that powerful light. And when you're ready, only when you're ready, give your eyes permission to open and come back to this place, to this time. Ashe. You are walking into your destiny today. So go ahead and embrace everything that's going to enhance it. And don't let any enemy of your soul stop you from being and receiving God's grace. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful afternoon, and I will see you next Wednesday at 12 o'clock with The Power of You. For those of you who are interested in coming to our worship services, if you're not a member of Ore IIASK, go on my platform, go on my website, visit LinkedIn, and you're able to see all of the upcoming and the ways to join our Ore IIASK family, as well as how to purchase the copy of the book, The Living Shrine, and now the workbook. And if you're interested in me coming to your sorority, your community, your libraries, for me to do a workshop on the Living Shrine workbook, let me know. Send us a message. Y'all have a wonderful day. Odabo.